again.
And here we are, Michael. We're going to be talking about what's going on. You're having a fundraiser.
Yes.
Mount Ida Preservation
Association. So we're having a kickoff fundraiser for a season of program, our first ever season of program that's going to take us from all the way through October to the end of the year.
Amazing.
Every weekend, we're going to be having concerts, theater, circus performance, poetry.
I know, the
improv.
circus. How are you doing that?
So we're working with the Big Top group, and they are going to be doing a youth circus training program every Sunday leading up to November 22nd.
Okay.
And they're going to put on a show for us that will feature what they've learned and the circus arts.
Aren't they located in Troy? Aren't they? Is that?
They recently, their big event is Circus in the Park, which just happened on September 7th.
Okay.
And we hosted, the Big Top group hosted Cirque Kick-Ass, who performed out of a truck and did some incredible acrobatics in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I've heard, because I think they've been around before. I mean, they've been around, yeah. Good, so I can't believe you're doing that, but I know you got a beautiful venue for music, and
Absolutely.
So tell me a little bit more about some of the other programs that you're having. And you got a fundraiser, don't forget that.
Don't forget the fundraiser, yeah, it's important. So I'll start there. Our fundraiser is on September 26th. It's going to offer a first look at what our sanctuary will look like. It's going to be all done up. We'll have great lighting. Our famous local chef, Larry Shapezi, is donating his time to curate this fine dining event. He's famous for Ilium Cafe and Tosco's, which used to be in downtown Troy. We'll be having live piano by a local musician, Vince Bonafed, and we'll be announcing our full season. We've kind of been giving hints of what's going to be happening, but we'll line out all our dates and who's playing and speaking, and we'll also be honoring a couple of our members at Mount Ida Preservation Association. The Caird family, and specifically Brant Caird, for donating the church to the nonprofit Mount Ida Preservation Association.
So that was donated?
It was.
I did not know that, okay.
And then we'll also be honoring Denise Dunham, who was the first tenant, bringing in the food pantry and starting our work in community service and reactivating the church.
Tell me a little bit more about that. And are you renovating the sanctuary as well?
We are. We are continuing all kinds of renovations. And if you think about what Mount Ida's mission is, it started as historic preservation. And we wanted to save this church that didn't have anything going on. It had sat dormant for 9 years and was dilapidated.
It not? Yeah. It's sort of like the one up in Saratoga that was
it was
dormant, and they had to really do that one over.
It was in rough shape, and through little small volunteer efforts and small grants, we got the food pantry in 2016 with a certificate of occupancy from the city and the downstairs space. And then just last year in 2024, we opened the sanctuary. It was actually the first time I came on your show.
Yeah, you came on the show last year,
that opening. And we've learned a lot from artists and rental program to curate show that gets us to the point now that we're ready for a season of program. And so we started as history. We're achieving that historic preservation through community, with the food pantry, and we're wanting to bring in more people to this community space, and we're doing that through art. So it's history through community, through art.
And there's so much art. You could have art shows, you can have, music, theater, monologues, whatever.
Yeah, and I think we've heard a lot from theaters on the show today, which is so exciting, and I love what they're bringing, and what Mount Ida
might even have a barbershop quartet there. Right?
I was thinking that I got to get their card. I'd love to have them at Mount Ida.
Yeah.
In these churches, you get a great natural reverb where the harmonic sounds just really, they take it to the next level in a space that really has that.
Well, one
reverb.
of the things that I would imagine are one of your biggest challenges would be lighting and sound. Now, granted, their sound is good, but if you're doing a play or doing something else, your sound might have to be a little bit different.
It is a challenge. We've had to have some unique ways to deal with it. We've had a few sound engineers come into the space and just give us some ideas. We ordered some curtains that go in the back.
Sound baffling.
That kind of
baffle. Yeah.
Baffles the sound a bit. We've learned to only turn on one PA, because if you get two, you get some mixed waves.
And you get a
yeah, that can be problematic in
Yeah.
the space. So we're figuring it out, but that first year of program was, it was a learning year for us. We did a lot of shows and learned along the way. But I think that's what makes Mount Ida really special. It's this community learning and coming together to save a space that's important and iconic in our neighborhood.
Okay, so it's a preservation. So how long
right.
was that? What kind of a church was it, and how long was it there?
So it was erected in 1869 by the Farnham family.
1869.
That's right.
So it really is an old building.
Oh yeah, it's over 150 years old. And it was the Free Ascension Episcopal Church.
Okay.
And it operated that way up until 2000.
Really?
Yes. It was, it stood for a long time. And a lot of, some of our board members were church members before they became
So they
board
appreciate
members
the
and stewards.
preservation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a challenge to figure out how to repurpose and get the space active and living again, but I can say with this new season of program that almost every evening is booked for rehearsals, for community practice events. Troy Samba practices at our space, and for the events themselves on the weekends, and it's the most life this building has had in decades.
Michael, you are doing a fabulous job the idea of preservation is one thing. I think it's so important to preserve things. Let's tear it down and start over. Let's put, it's like, no. The architecture, there's something about having something solid that was in the community that you can look at and say, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's been a long road, but it's really exciting to see it start coming together and having this momentum into this new life.
Are you for want of getting people to come in and perform there, or are you are you looking for
so
more
we're
people?
booked for our entire fall program through the end of the year.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. What we're looking to do, and this is still kind of in the planning stages, is we're going to have two sort of curated seasons. We're going to have our fall season, which will start,
spring season,
and a spring season, which will go March to May. And then in between, we'll still rent the facility. It'll be open for rentals.
So somebody could have a wedding there or do something like that.
You could rent it. You could do a private party. Sometimes artists that don't make it into the big
time,
the big curated program, if they want to rent the space to do it, whatever it is, on the off seasons, we'd love to get you in the space and just make the idea is it's a community resource.
Yeah,
we want to.
It's a community center. I mean, not in that sense, but it's a place of gathering.
It's a place of gathering.
Yeah.
Right. It's gets you to come out of your house and to engage with others.
And not only that, but to experience new programs and things that are a little bit different that maybe you wouldn't normally see. I've got to make an announcement, but we're going to come back. We're going to come back. Okay. I want to first of all mention that that Word Place, they could not get on the show today. I was just packed, so I do want to give them a shout out. They're going to be doing Word Place, and there's the information on that. But next time we're going to be talking to author Peter Ballant about his book, and it's an amazing book. I'm reading it now, and you want to hear about it. The Highlight Acting Troupe will be joining us, along with the Autumn Glow Festival, which is over at the Maybe Historic Farm. Apparition Hall will be here. We'll be talking about some of their paranormal experiences. And then we're going to be talking about a big event coming, it's going on right now, the Art of the Brick, the Lego experience. It's going on at Armory Studios, New York. So check that out as well. And that's coming up on our next show. I'm going back here to Michael Easterbrook, and we're going to be talking more about the Mount Ida Preservation Association. I'm going to get that.
NIPA, if you want to really shorten it down.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Well, because I'm also in my mind, I'm thinking about the Saratoga, the Universal Preservation Hall.
Yes.
But they did exactly the same thing.
In a way, they're an example for us.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to follow a similar
One of the
path.
questions that I ask is, I know that many of these, in Schenectady Light Opera had the same issue, and some in many places had the same issue. Schenectady Civic Players. Air conditioning. Do you do air conditioning in the summer? Or that's an expensive thing?
We do not have air conditioning.
Yeah, see, that's pretty prevalent with some of these older places.
Yeah, and everyone gets forewarned, including this past summer. But believe it or not, there's a surprising number of community members who are just excited to have a space. And they open the windows, they open the doors, they set up some fans, and they're like, would you please rent it to us to do our event? And we say, okay, just make sure you have an intermission.
As long as you know.
Give half hours, as long as you know.
But you're not alone, because this is pretty, I run into this with a lot of organizations that are redoing old buildings. It's like, oh, we can't figure out how to do this, and it's too expensive.
We luck out on our community hall because that's built into the ground, and it stays cool year round, which is great.
Yeah.
However, our sanctuary does get pretty toasty.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up. So one more time, when is your fundraiser?
Fundraiser is September 26th. You can get our tickets through our Facebook, through our Instagram, and on our website at www.mountidatroy. That's MOUNT Ida Troy.
Yeah, I realized I put MT and I go, no, that's mountain. No, I gotta come out.
mountidatroy.org. We have an events page. All of our events are going to be going up there, and they'll be live in the next week. Our fundraiser is live now, obviously, and all the events for the season through the end of the year will be up in the next week or so.
Well, Troy has really stepped up, I think, with a lot of the arts and a lot of the activities that they do on the waterfront and everything like that. So
it's been exciting to see all the new activity and the arts. And
thank you so much for being on the show, Michael. It's always a pleasure to have you on and to know that you are doing something great to preserve history. And to bring it to the forefront and make it part of the community.
Thanks so much for giving me the time to talk about it.
Great. Thank you so much for watching Capital Region Today. I'm Ann Perilli, your host, and always a pleasure to join you wherever you're watching, whether you're on YouTube or wherever. Thanks for watching.